Bless you, Brooks. Bless us all. Alright. Thanks for coming out to the congregation, everybody. Alright, before I bring up your last comedian, last comic of the year, I'm very stoked for tonight. Are you guys still having fun? I wanna thank you all for coming out here and supporting live comedy. It means the world to us. It makes this so much easier. So a round of applause for yourself and for stand behind the bar, taking care of us. Thank you, sir. And let's just bring up your last comic. How's about it? Are you guys ready for the headliner? Are you guys ready for the headliner? All right. I love this next comic to pieces. It's always a joy seeing her perform. She rips it all over through the Chicago and Chicagoland area, and I'm very stoked to have her tonight. Guys, put your hands together, make some noise for the very funny Sharon Paul!
Elder Emos Unite! Oh, I know it looks like I'm dressed like this for Halloween, but as a little girl put it on the bus this morning, Mommy, look, a Halloween person. She wasn't wrong, you know? She wasn't wrong. We have fellow spooky bitches in the house. I see it. I know. I've been here before. Pick up what we're putting down. That's why I love it here. We're all spooky folk. But a lot of people will start a conversation that way. Like, you look spooky. You look scary, you know? And I'm like, yeah, every time I open my legs, it's, this is Halloween, you know? I love when guys are like, what are you gonna do to me? You know, they always assume that I'm into BDSM or like major kink. And I'm not. I thought I was, but I really just like being told I'm a good girl, you know? Are the kinkiest thing about me? Tell me I did a good job, you know? And they always assume that I'm gonna have like whips and chains and shit like that. It's not true. You know, I just say that this pussy is a graveyard and it's gonna be your final resting place. Don't you want to die today, you guys? That sounds fun. Oh man. We got dads in here, right? Half the room look like dads, and the other half look like they don't know who their dads are. I did something really special with my dad this year because he's celebrating 10 years of sobriety. That's pretty great, right? You know what? Thank you, Jim. Yes. I remember you, buddy. It's pretty incredible. And my dad was a heroin addict, okay? And I got to admit, he was like a little cooler when he was using, you know, drugs without consequences are cool. I don't care what anyone says. But I'm really proud of him. And the one thing that he really wanted to do to celebrate was go shooting. I have never held a gun in my entire life. I know you probably guessed that, right? Never held a gun in my entire life. We like guns. We like JR's gun range, don't we, fellas? Yeah. That's what it's called. It's in Aurora. That's where I went. I'm not really trying to promote them, I get, you know. We went for Father's Day. And there was a 7-year-old girl in there, and I was like, I don't think that that's allowed. And my dad was like, they allow it because it's a holiday, you know? It's that kind of place. You've never been to a gun range. I never held a gun. My dad really wanted to teach me. He replaced one addiction with another. He's got like 50 guns, you guys. You know what, whatever. And as soon as I held that gun in my hand, I was like, you know what, considering all the years of shit he put me through from using, I'm surprised he's letting me hold a gun this close to him. I could be the murderer today, you know? I was surprisingly good at it. And if you've never been to a gun range before, you go into like this big concrete room, kind of looks like the beginning scene of Saw. And there's like booths separating everyone. And I took a look at everyone in there, and all of them looked like my dad with like a Harley Davidson shirt with the sleeves ripped off, you know, a bald, smooth head. And then all the daughters looked like me, like they only went for male validation. Yeah! Like they all were obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas in high school. Sure, yes. It's crazy. People are always like, how did you deal with him being addicted to drugs for so long? A lot of people told me not to enable him. That's the first thing they tell you when you're dealing with a loved one that's addicted. They're like, don't enable them, just support them, gotta set boundaries, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm not enabling him. And then I helped him rob a restaurant. That's like how I learned what that was. I could talk about it because of the statute of limitations. Did you know if enough time goes by after a crime that you could talk about it and they can't do anything? Are there any lawyers in here? You're like, kind of, maybe. You rob a restaurant too?
No, I'm not that cool.
No comment. All right. Yeah. I used to help my dad deal drugs unknowingly. Before you feel sad about that, I was the coolest kid in school, y'all. I was saying, fuck bitches, get money before any of you. Okay? Yeah. People are like, what did you do to heal your relationship with your dad? Nothing really, Nothing really. You get older, you forgive, you forget. I did. I forgave him for it all, and I'm not even Christian. So that's how you know that I'm solid, okay? I'm a good person, right? I wasn't really mad at him for the drugs. I was mad at him for getting me a whole year's supply of Nutrisystem for my 16th birthday. That was fucked up, I was like, why'd you get this for me? I didn't ask for this. He's like, well, kiddo, you never bring any guys home. And I was like, yeah, I know you're fucking snorting heroin now. What? What kind of middle-aged man wants their teenage daughter to bring a man home? Right? I was like, I suck dick in a parked car in front of the house. Like everybody else. You don't have to bring a man home to do that, right? You don't actually have to bring a man home to do anything. You can take them outside to a park and they're just happy to be there, I'm also, I'm queer. Hi. Do we have gay people in? Yeah. Well, you're straight now, I thought. Yes, I am queer. I know you thought she couldn't get any more annoying, but here we go. Yes, I'm queer. I like men and women and everyone in between. But it's hard being attracted to straight men because I'm attracted to women who look like goddesses, like what's poppin', hey girl, how you doing, hi. And I'm attracted to men who look like they live stream on Twitch for income. Where's Timmy at? It's true. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because I'm like, yeah, I'm saying I'd sit on your face, but I'm not going to tell my friends what you do for a living. They're just going to have to wonder. Why are his hands always cramped? Why does his breath always smell like Mountain Dew? Yeah, it's an affliction for sure. But I don't know if y'all knew this. Nerds are great to date. Anyone who's like, I have trouble being single, or I have trouble dating, date a fucking nerd, dude. Nerds make sure you come before they ever do, I meant that very sincere. You're all thinking about it. I love that for you. It's hard being queer in a city where there's lots of queer people, but also lots of people who hate queer people. That's a lot of fun. I learned that I was queer in the suburbs, which is hard, okay? Really hard. I went to high school in Lombard, Illinois, and that's where all the girls in school, they all made out with each other, but none of them were gay. Are you familiar with this phenomenon? I made out with a girl I had a crush on in high school. I had such a crush on her. I asked her to be my girlfriend. She was like, oh no, Sharon, I was just making out with you because Cody was at the party and he was watching us. I was like, that's so weird that women make out with other women to impress men. I've never seen two men make out to impress us. I would absolutely watch you two make out, for sure. No? Come on.
Two old friends.
That makes it even better. Yeah. Listen. Maybe more straight men would go on more dates, and the probability would go up, okay? I'm also polyamorous. I don't know. I was almost not going to talk about that because all of you look painfully monogamous, but I don't know. Any relationship anarchists in here? Any ethically non-monogamous people? You're lying. Thank you for the support, though.
Chicago Catholic, they abused us.
Yeah, that's why you gotta date multiple people to make up for all the trauma. You know what I mean? That's how you get healed, okay? Listen, I'm polyamorous. If you don't know what that is, there's polygamy, right? Everyone confuses it with that. Polygamy is where one man has many wives. Polyandry is when one woman has many husbands. And polyamory is when I get to have more sex than everybody else. You know, and that's just how it works. There's a lot of misconceptions about it though, okay? A lot of people are like, how did you even know that you would want to date multiple people, how that you could even be in love with multiple people? All I'm gonna say is that you literally have to date more than 2 men to equal one emotionally available person. Wow, that was real, too real, right? Okay, but it's true. To get the affection and care and nurture I need to date like 3 men. That's just like how it goes. 1 woman is almost too much. It's an abundance, right? Wow, y'all, you're learning stuff. Don't Google it yet. Wait until you get home, okay? Wait until you get home in the privacy of your homes. I used to watch rom-coms growing up, like 50 First Dates and like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and stuff like that. All these rom-coms have one thing in common. There's a woman. She's busy. She works a lot. She has no time for love. Then she meets Trent. He's a Wall Street guy. He doesn't have time for love either, but he is into her and he makes good money and she's like, wow, he takes me on fancy dates. And then there's Travis. And Travis is of the earth. Travis doesn't make a lot of money, but Travis will love her the way that she wants. At the end of the movie comes and she's like, who do I choose? And I was always like, I don't understand why she just can't have both. It's probably why I gained a lot of weight in my 20s, because I just wanted it all, you know? Literally want my cake and eat it. I hate that phrase. You just want your cake and you just want to have your cake and eat it too? Like, duh, like if I have cake, I want to eat it, yes. Does that track? Yeah.
Hey, you buy the cake, you eat it.
Thank you. If I have it, then I'm gonna eat it and I'm gonna get another cake. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I've always been a thick bitch. We're down with the thickness here in Joliet, Illinois. I like to say I'm fat though, because everyone gets real quiet. They're like, you're not. I don't even see weight. You ever hear someone say that? I'm like, I'm not fucking stupid. I got a mirror and wearing contacts. I can see, right? But I feel like fat has such a negative connotation, especially when women talk about it, right? Men can talk about how they're fat and haven't seen their dick in 5 years. Everyone's like, oh my God, Kevin James. You know? Oh, talk more about your big belly. And then I talk about it and they're like, you know, you're beautiful, right? You know, you're actually really pretty. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. I know what I look like. You know you can be fat and hot, right? Jim knows. Hey! Jim! I'm just saying, like, I grew up around men who said it was normal for men to get fat, but not for women. And that is insane. Has anyone ever watched Roseanne? Am I getting Molly? Come on! And it's weird, okay, when you're in a fat body, you get hit on a little bit differently. I've had men come up to me and say, hey, I'm a chubby chaser. And I'm like, cool, I'm not running. Did you see me walk real fast or something? I don't get it. I get catcalled differently. Real popular one is Oink Oink. That one's fun because I'm like, how did you know I want to be spit roasted? That's so weird. What are you doing later? Don't drive away. A man leaned out of a car window and he was like, I bet you have a fat pussy. And I was like, common misconception, sir. It's actually the tightest thing about me. For sure. It's the only thing that gets a workout, honestly. Potato is a fun one. It's not really catcall, right? It's more of like an observation. I'm like, cool, if I'm a potato, that means there's over a dozen ways you can eat me. Potatoes are so versatile. We're in the Midwest, baby, you know? Split me open while I'm still hot, you know, top me with cream, fully load me, etc., etc. You got snacks at home? What are we doing later? I was on a date at the end of summer, and I was in a two-piece because we just got back from the beach. We're sitting on patio having a drink. It's a really nice day, minding our own business, right? And someone stopped at a stop sign, held up traffic to tell me to put my drink down. They were like, "Put your drink down, you fat slut!" And I was like, "Ooh, how did he know I was a slut?" This polyamory thing might be getting out of control, you know? Yeah, dude. I have been trying to lose some weight in the last year, and don't clap for that. It's not a feat, you know what I'm saying? Would you clap if I gained weight? Probably not, right? Well, maybe you would. I don't care. I have a nutritionist. She sucks. She like tells me I can't eat oatmeal. Like, it's so weird, you guys. But I'm not trying to lose weight for the reasons you might think, okay? Because everyone's like, well, you want to look better, you want to feel better, you want to be healthier. It's like, I'm already hot. If I get any hotter, that's y'all's problem, okay? You're gonna have to deal with it. Feeling better? I don't know. My antidepressants do enough, I guess. I can't really imagine drinking water and eating more vegetables is gonna make me feel that much better, you know? But I do sit on a lot of faces. And all those faces have sleep apnea. And like they didn't have it before. It's like you get to know someone, you date them for a while, and then they can't breathe at night, and you're like, is that my fault? Have you ever felt someone struggle to breathe underneath you? Like really just gasp for air, you know? No? That's feminism! Men, if you want to be an ally to women, just, shut your fucking mouth and hold your breath, okay? Thank you, I'm Sharon Palm.
We're ending 2023 for Bang, guys.